Purposeful Action: How to Take Control of Your Life and Succeed. Introduction: The Power of Purposeful Action. It's easy to think that success is something that happens to a lucky few, a stroke of fortune, or a rare moment of brilliance. But that's not how real, lasting success works. Success is born out of a series of deliberate actions, guided by clarity, purpose, and an unshakable commitment to follow through. The truth is, the greatest achievements aren't driven by chance or talent alone. They emerge from the willingness to take control, to make choices that matter, and to act with a sense of intention, no matter the obstacles or distractions. What's often overlooked is the power that resides in each of us to reshape the direction of our lives. Every day presents an opportunity to choose, an opportunity to align our actions with our deepest values and dreams. Yet too often, we wait for the perfect moment, allowing fear, doubt, or external circumstances to keep us stalled in place. The truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The time to act is now, because action, purposeful, focused action, is the key to unlocking the life you've always envisioned. But it's not just about doing more. It's about doing what truly matters. It's about the choices you make with every decision, big or small, and how they align with your core desires. The journey of purposeful action is not just about reaching a destination, but about transforming who you are in the process. It's about creating momentum, building resilience, and consistently pushing your limits. It's about making small adjustments along the way and knowing when to double down on your efforts and when to pivot. To take control of your life isn't to wait for life to hand you the perfect blueprint. It's about crafting your own path, step by step, with clarity and focus. The road ahead is never linear, and challenges will undoubtedly arise. But with a purposeful mindset, these challenges become the very foundation for your growth. In the end, you won't just reach your goals. You'll have become someone who consistently takes action, someone who has learned to align their effort with their ultimate potential. Now it's time to step into that power. The decisions you make, starting today, will determine the trajectory of your life. The question is, will you step forward with intention or let another day slip by? The choice is yours. The only thing that stands between where you are now and where you want to be is the action you take. And it starts now. Chapter 1: The Power of Intentional Living. In every moment, we are faced with choices. Each decision we make has the potential to shift the trajectory of our lives. Yet most of us go through our daily routines on autopilot, reacting to circumstances instead of making purposeful choices. The key to transforming your life lies in taking control of these moments and intentionally guiding your path. Living intentionally means recognizing the power of the choices you make, no matter how small. Every action you take, whether it's how you respond to a challenge, how you manage your time, or how you show up for yourself and others, adds up over time to shape your life. Intentional living is about being conscious of what you want to achieve and aligning your decisions with that vision, ensuring that your actions are consistent with your core values and long-term goals. This doesn't mean everything will always go according to plan, or that every choice will be the right one. But when you approach life with intention, even setbacks and mistakes become valuable lessons. You no longer see failure as something to be avoided, but as an opportunity for growth. Intentionality allows you to embrace challenges with clarity and resolve, knowing that your purpose is what anchors you through difficult times. Purposeful decisions create momentum, a ripple effect that propels you forward even when the path gets tough. As you commit to making decisions that reflect your deepest desires and values, you begin to cultivate a sense of direction and control over your life. No longer will you be a passive observer, you will be an active participant in creating your reality. Living intentionally also invites you to pause and reflect on what truly matters. It's about taking the time to evaluate your priorities, ensuring that your actions are in harmony with your vision for your life. This requires discipline, awareness, and the courage to say no to distractions that pull you away from your purpose. The beauty of intentional living is that it opens up the possibility for profound change. Once you recognize the power of your decisions, you begin to see opportunities everywhere. What once seemed out of reach becomes attainable through consistent, purposeful effort. Each day is a blank page, and your decisions are the brushstrokes that create your masterpiece. The power to transform your life rests in your hands. By embracing intentionality, you take ownership of your future. Each choice becomes an opportunity to move closer to the person you were always meant to become. The first step in this journey is simple. Acknowledge the power of your decisions and start making them with purpose. Chapter 2. The first step. Clarifying your vision. The journey towards any meaningful achievement begins not with action, but with clarity. Before you can step forward with purpose, you must first understand exactly where you want to go. A vision isn't just a vague idea or a wishful thought. It's the foundation that will anchor every decision, every action, and every step you take. It's the beacon that guides you when the path gets obscured by uncertainty or distractions. Clarifying your vision begins by peeling back the layers of external expectations, societal norms, and fleeting desires to uncover what truly resonates with your deepest self. This isn't about what others think you should do or even what seems practical at the moment. It's about aligning with your core values, your passions, and the legacy you wish to create. Start by asking yourself profound questions. What excites you? What issues or causes stir a sense of urgency within you? What would you pursue if failure were not an option? These questions are the compass, pointing you toward your authentic desires. To truly clarify your vision, you must allow yourself the space to dream big, without constraints or limitations imposed by your current circumstances. At this point, you may encounter resistance, the voice in your mind that tells you to be realistic, to scale back your aspirations to something more attainable. But greatness rarely follows the path of convention. When you look at those who have achieved extraordinary things, they all share one common thread. They dared to pursue something bigger than what seemed possible. The initial clarity may seem daunting, but this is where transformation begins. Once you begin to visualize your path, it's important to create a vision that's not just a distant destination, but one that is vibrant and filled with meaning. This vision should pull you, inspire you, and ignite a fire in you that refuses to be extinguished by the everyday challenges or setbacks. It should evoke a feeling of alignment with your truest self, like the feeling of a hand reaching out to grasp your potential. Your vision doesn't have to be perfectly defined at the start, nor does it need to fit into a conventional mold. Over time, as you gain more experience, learn from the world around you, and test your limits, your vision may evolve. But clarity in the beginning allows you to start with a clear direction. It sets the foundation from which all your efforts will grow. It's the map that outlines the terrain, not just a generic destination. A powerful vision provides more than just a goal. It provides a purpose. It's a reason to keep moving forward, even when the road gets tough, a motivation that will outlast any fleeting excitement. When the inevitable obstacles arise, and they will, your vision will remind you why it's worth pushing through. With a vision in place, every effort you make, every sacrifice you endure, becomes part of something greater than the task at hand. This process of clarifying your vision is deeply personal, requiring honest reflection and an unwavering commitment to your true self. There's no blueprint that fits all, no one-size-fits-all solution. Your vision must come from within you, informed by your own unique perspective, experiences, and aspirations. It's the singular driving force that will power you to break through limits and craft a life of meaning. Once your vision is clear, you can then start mapping out the journey. You'll be able to set concrete goals, prioritize actions, and align your daily choices with the bigger picture. With clarity of purpose, the seemingly impossible becomes not only achievable, but inevitable. Every decision you make can now be aligned with the life you're building, and you will begin to move forward with purpose and determination. Chapter 3. Crafting a Personal Blueprint for Success. Success is not an accident, nor is it reserved for the fortunate few. It is the result of clear intention, deliberate action, and a strategic approach to transforming aspirations into reality. Crafting your personal blueprint for success is a vital step in ensuring that your dreams don't remain mere fantasies but evolve into concrete achievements. A blueprint provides the framework to direct your energy, time, and focus towards specific, measurable outcomes. To begin, your blueprint must be rooted in your vision, where you want to go, and why it matters. With your vision clearly defined, the next step is to break it down into tangible goals. These goals should serve as milestones that chart your progress along the way. However, it's not enough to simply outline what you want to achieve. You must also understand the how. How will you move from one milestone to the next? What specific actions must be taken to turn your ideas into accomplishments? Every successful person operates from a plan. They have a clear understanding of the steps they must take, and they break down those steps into manageable tasks. A blueprint is not about leaving things to chance or hoping that everything will fall into place. It's about being proactive, creating a path that will keep you on track even when the inevitable challenges arise. One of the key elements of crafting your blueprint is identifying the resources and tools you need. This includes not only physical resources such as time and money, but also emotional and intellectual resources. Who do you need to become in order to achieve your goals? What new skills will you have to learn? Which habits do you need to adopt? Mapping out what resources you need and how you'll acquire them is a powerful part of the process. Equally important is recognizing the potential obstacles that may arise along the way. Every blueprint must account for setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. Successful individuals don't expect the journey to be without difficulty, but they do anticipate potential roadblocks and plan for them. By preparing for adversity, you avoid the paralyzing shock when things don't go as planned and instead respond with resilience and resourcefulness. Your blueprint is a dynamic, living document. It's not static, and it's not meant to be rigid. As you gain experience and insights, your plan may need adjustments. Success is rarely a straight line. Rather, it's a series of pivots, refinements, and recalibrations. It's important to have the flexibility to adjust your approach while staying grounded in your ultimate vision. At the core of this blueprint is accountability. While it's easy to set grand goals without a system of checks and balances, it's equally easy to lose sight of them. You must commit to holding yourself accountable for every action you take, every decision you make, and every moment of procrastination you allow. This can be done through self-reflection, regular progress assessments, or by sharing your goals with others who will support and challenge you. In essence, your personal blueprint for success is the roadmap that guides you from where you are now to where you want to be. It's a living, evolving plan, one that requires constant reevaluation, persistence, and an unshakable belief in your ability to succeed. By setting clear goals, breaking them into actionable steps, and committing fully to the process, you transform your dreams from abstract ideas into achievable realities. Each step taken, no matter how small, becomes part of the larger design that you are building step by step towards the life you have envisioned. Chapter 4. Overcoming inertia, taking that initial leap. The hardest step in any journey is often the first one. The moment when thought becomes action is the critical juncture that separates dreamers from doers. At this stage, there is no turning back, yet the weight of hesitation can seem overwhelming. Inertia, the resistance to change, or the tendency to stay in the comfort of the known, creates an invisible force that keeps you stagnant, even when you know you must move forward. When you decide to take the leap, you aren't merely making a choice to act, you are challenging the natural pull to remain where you are. In this moment, the gap between intention and execution often appears vast. This gap is what keeps many trapped in a cycle of desire without progress. The mind, although capable of incredible feats, is often caught in loops of doubt and fear, making the leap seem daunting. But it's only by making that leap that you break free from the chains of hesitation. To move from thought to action, the key is not to focus on the enormity of the task ahead, but to narrow your attention to the immediate next step. When faced with a mountain, the challenge is overwhelming. But focusing on putting one foot in front of the other, even when the full scope of the climb isn't yet clear, creates a pathway to forward motion. The initial leap doesn't require perfection or complete understanding. It simply requires you to begin. One of the powerful forces that keeps us from acting is the fear of failure. We often imagine the worst-case scenario, the consequences of our actions not aligning with our expectations. However, this mental trap can be avoided by reframing failure as feedback. Every action you take, regardless of the result, provides valuable lessons that move you closer to your desired outcome. In this way, failure isn't an end, but an integral part of the process. It's a signal to adjust, learn, and refine your approach. It's also crucial to address the deep-rooted belief that we must feel ready before we act. Readiness, however, is a misconception. Confidence is built through action, not waiting for the perfect moment. The greatest individuals in any field didn't wait for conditions to be ideal before they took their first step. They embraced the uncertainty and moved forward despite it. The act of moving is what eventually creates the momentum you need to continue. Building the courage to leap also requires a shift in how we view discomfort. The discomfort that arises when stepping out of our comfort zones is often mistaken for danger, when in fact, it's a sign of growth. Your body and mind are simply adapting to a new reality. Once you accept that discomfort is part of the process, it no longer holds the same power over you. Instead of avoiding discomfort, you begin to lean into it, recognizing that it signals progress. Support from others can play a critical role in overcoming inertia. While personal motivation is essential, the influence of mentors, colleagues, or even a community of like-minded individuals can provide the external push needed to get started. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in your potential can be a powerful catalyst for action. Their encouragement serves as a reminder that you are not alone in your journey, and their example can demonstrate what's possible when action meets intention. Another key aspect of overcoming inertia is acknowledging the small wins along the way. In the beginning, when the journey seems long and the goals distant, progress can feel almost invisible. Yet every step forward, no matter how small, is a triumph. These small victories compound over time, building both your confidence and your momentum. Recognizing and celebrating these moments creates positive reinforcement, motivating you to continue despite challenges. Taking that initial leap isn't about perfection. It's about embracing the unknown and trusting that every action you take is a building block towards something greater. Each leap, no matter how uncertain or uncomfortable, is a declaration that you refuse to be bound by your own limitations. The hardest part is simply starting, but once you break through the resistance, the path becomes clearer and the momentum carries you further than you ever imagined possible. Chapter 5. Building Momentum with Focused Energy. Momentum is the invisible force that propels you forward when everything is aligned. It's the feeling of progress that makes every step easier, of actions flowing naturally toward your desired destination. But, like any force, momentum requires energy, focused, intentional energy. It doesn't simply happen by accident. It is cultivated through deliberate effort, clarity, and a deep commitment to your goals. Without this focused energy, even the most ambitious plans can stall, lost in the noise of distractions and uncertainty. In the beginning, it can feel as though each action requires an immense amount of willpower. The mind is often pulled in many directions, and it's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer volume of tasks that seem to demand attention. But it's in these moments that you have to remember. Momentum is a result of energy directed in one purposeful direction. To create this, you must consciously eliminate what detracts from your focus and channel your energy into the tasks that align most closely with your vision. The initial push to start something new often requires the most energy, but once you've established a clear direction, the next step is to consistently direct your efforts toward that end, even when the excitement fades. Momentum builds slowly at first but gains speed as you continue to apply effort. Every small success, every step forward, adds a layer of stability to your journey. What might have felt difficult in the beginning becomes easier as your energy starts to compound. At the heart of sustaining momentum is the practice of focus. Focus is not just about concentration. It's about choosing what matters most and committing to it relentlessly. Every decision you make, every action you take, must be a step toward your ultimate goal. This requires you to remove or minimize distractions, recognizing them as the enemies of progress. The world is filled with temptations to divert your attention, whether they're trivial tasks, other people's expectations, or internal doubts. To stay aligned with your vision, you must develop the strength to ignore these distractions and continually center your energy on what is most important. The ability to focus your energy requires more than just willpower. It demands that you regularly check in with your values, your purpose, and your larger vision. Your goals should not merely be tasks to complete, they should be deeply connected to the vision of the person you want to become. When you tie your energy to something meaningful, something larger than the immediate task, it fuels you with the kind of drive that keeps you moving, even in the face of challenges. A key aspect of maintaining focus is the ability to say no. In a world where everyone has demands and expectations of you, learning to say no is a vital skill. The more you say yes to things that do not contribute to your goals, the more diluted your energy becomes. This doesn't mean you should isolate yourself or cut off all external influences, but it does mean that you should be intentional with your time and energy. Every yes should be a conscious decision that brings you closer to your goals, and every no should protect your energy for the things that truly matter. In addition to saying no, there's immense power in creating routines and rituals that reinforce your focus. When you structure your day around your most important goals, you ensure that you don't waste precious time or energy on the unimportant. Routines provide a framework within which your energy can flow more effortlessly. With the right routines, actions that once required intense effort begin to feel automatic. The less energy you spend deciding what to do next, the more energy you have to give to the task at hand. One of the greatest challenges to momentum is burnout. It's tempting to push harder and faster when things are going well, but true momentum is sustainable. Pacing yourself is essential. Recognizing when to rest, when to recharge, and when to celebrate small wins helps you maintain a consistent level of energy without depleting your reserves. Momentum isn't about constant, unrelenting action. It's about consistent, focused effort over time. And to keep that up, you must protect your energy by respecting the need for recovery. As you continue on your journey, momentum becomes more than just a result of energy. It becomes a mindset. You begin to see progress in everything you do, not just the obvious milestones. Each day, each task, each decision strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. This belief fuels your actions, and your actions build momentum. It's a self-reinforcing cycle that, over time, creates unstoppable progress. The more you focus your energy on what truly matters, the greater the momentum you will build. It's a force that moves you beyond obstacles and propels you forward with increasing speed. Focused energy is the foundation of lasting success, and it is within your control to direct it, nurture it, and make it your own. With every deliberate step, you move closer to your goals, your vision, and a life that is fully aligned with your deepest purpose. Chapter 6. Mastering Your Mindset for Success. Your mindset is the lens through which you perceive the world, and it is the driving force behind your actions and reactions. It shapes how you approach challenges, setbacks, and the very notion of success. The key to achieving lasting success is not just in the actions you take, but in the strength of your mindset, the unshakable belief that no matter what obstacles come your way, you have the power to overcome them. Adversity is an inevitable part of life. No one escapes it. Whether it's a personal crisis, a career setback, or unexpected life changes, challenges will arise. But success is not determined by how smooth the path is. It is determined by how you handle the bumps and detours along the way. A strong mindset allows you to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. It empowers you to view setbacks as opportunities to grow, not as failures that define you. The power of a resilient mindset is not in avoiding failure, but in embracing it as part of the journey. When you begin to understand that adversity is an essential ingredient in the recipe for success, you start to approach difficulties with a sense of curiosity and determination. Instead of being consumed by frustration, you look at setbacks as feedback, a necessary process of refining your skills, deepening your understanding, and sharpening your resolve. To cultivate a mindset that fosters growth through adversity, you must first embrace discomfort. Most people avoid discomfort, but those who achieve greatness are those who seek it out. They understand that the path to success is not paved with ease. It is built through trials, failures, and constant self-improvement. Every time you choose to persist in the face of hardship, your inner resolve strengthens. This mental fortitude becomes a habit, a muscle that gets stronger each time you exercise it. A critical part of mastering your mindset is cultivating emotional resilience. Life's challenges often trigger negative emotions: fear, anger, frustration, or doubt. These emotions are natural, but they do not have to control you. Mastering your mindset means recognizing these emotions without allowing them to dictate your behavior. Instead of allowing fear to paralyze you, you choose to use it as a motivator. Instead of being defeated by doubt, you see it as a sign to take action and prove your own strength. Equally important is your self-talk, the internal dialogue that either empowers or disempowers you. The words you speak to yourself shape your reality. If your inner voice is constantly telling you that you're not good enough, that success is impossible, or that you will never overcome your challenges, then that becomes your truth. On the other hand, if you speak to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and determination, you will begin to act in ways that align with those beliefs. Self-belief is the bedrock of resilience. It is this belief that enables you to take risks, push past your fears, and continue moving forward even when the outcome is uncertain. To reinforce a mindset of success, it's essential to focus on your vision. When challenges arise, it's easy to become consumed by the immediate problem and lose sight of your larger goals. But a strong mindset is rooted in the bigger picture. By consistently reminding yourself of your purpose and your end goal, you create an anchor that keeps you grounded. This vision fuels your persistence when the going gets tough and serves as a constant reminder of why you started in the first place. Another powerful tool in mastering your mindset is the practice of gratitude. When you are faced with difficulties, it can be easy to focus solely on what is wrong or what you lack. But shifting your focus to what you are grateful for, the lessons you've learned, the strength you've gained, and the progress you've made, helps to shift your energy from a place of scarcity to abundance. Gratitude opens the door to positive thinking, allowing you to approach adversity with a clear mind and a sense of appreciation for the journey, not just the destination. Your mindset is also influenced by the people you surround yourself with. Positive, like-minded individuals who encourage and challenge you play a pivotal role in your mental resilience. It's important to seek out those who believe in your potential and push you to become the best version of yourself. Their support will not only help you persevere through difficulties, but will also provide fresh perspectives when you feel stuck. Conversely, toxic environments or negative relationships can drain your mental energy, sow seeds of self-doubt, and make overcoming adversity even more difficult. Choose wisely where and with whom you invest your time and energy. The more you intentionally strengthen your mindset, the more it becomes your natural state of being. You begin to approach challenges with an unwavering sense of purpose, and adversity loses its power to shake your confidence. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable become manageable, and every hurdle becomes a chance to prove your own strength and resilience. With each victory, your mindset grows, your resolve deepens, and your path to success becomes clearer. Ultimately, mastering your mindset is not about avoiding difficulties or eliminating failure. It's about developing the mental strength to face whatever comes your way. It's about trusting in yourself, your ability to learn, grow, and adapt. Success is not a destination. It is the process of continuing to push forward, even when faced with uncertainty and adversity. And with the right mindset, every challenge becomes an opportunity to prove to yourself just how capable you truly are. Chapter 7. Embracing consistency in daily efforts. Success does not come from monumental leaps or sporadic bursts of effort. It comes from the steady rhythm of daily action, the quiet determination to stay on course, even when the immediate results aren't visible. The power of consistency lies not in grand gestures, but in the relentless pursuit of small, purposeful steps that compound over time. This is the secret to transforming ordinary actions into extraordinary outcomes. Consistency is often misunderstood. It's not about perfection, nor is it about always being at your best. It's about showing up, day after day, committed to doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Some days may be easier than others, and there may be times when motivation wanes, but the true magic lies in making the effort anyway, in staying disciplined, and in keeping the long-term vision at the forefront of your mind. The daily effort you put into your goals may seem insignificant in isolation. A single workout, an hour of study, a brief moment of reflection or writing, these actions, by themselves, don't appear to have much impact. But over the span of days, weeks, and months, they add up in profound ways. Small changes, repeated consistently, create significant transformation. The simple act of writing one page each day can turn into a book over time. An hour of exercise every morning can yield a lifetime of health and vitality. The key is in showing up every day, knowing that your cumulative effort will eventually lead to something extraordinary. There's a unique power in habit. The more consistently you engage in a particular action, the more ingrained it becomes in your routine. Habits free you from the need for constant decision-making, as they operate almost automatically. This is why the most successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on habit. They've programmed their actions into their daily routine, so even when enthusiasm fades, their consistency doesn't. In a world filled with distractions and instant gratification, the ability to consistently stick to a plan is a rare and powerful skill. Consistency also requires an unwavering commitment to your values. When you have a clear sense of purpose, when your actions are aligned with your beliefs and long-term vision, the work becomes easier to commit to. It's no longer about forcing yourself to complete tasks. It becomes about honoring your values and demonstrating your commitment to them through daily action. This alignment gives meaning to every effort, no matter how small. You're not just going through the motions. You're actively living in a way that brings your aspirations into reality. It's important to recognize that consistency is not about rigid adherence to a set plan. Life has a way of throwing curveballs, and while consistency is key, adaptability is equally important. The ability to adjust your approach when necessary, while maintaining your commitment to progress, ensures that you remain on track even when unexpected challenges arise. Consistency in your efforts is the foundation, but resilience and flexibility in your approach allow you to navigate the journey without getting derailed. Progress can often feel slow in the beginning, and it's easy to become disheartened when immediate results aren't visible. However, trust in the process. The compounding effect of consistent action means that the effort you invest today will pay off tomorrow. Sometimes, success is a matter of staying the course when others are giving up, of continuing the journey when the end seems far out of reach. Over time, you'll start to notice the subtle shifts, the improvement in your skills, the growth in your confidence, and the expanding possibilities that come with consistent effort. As your efforts build momentum, the small victories will start to snowball. What once felt like a mountain of work becomes a series of steps, each leading to the next. The satisfaction of knowing that every day you are taking action, even if it's just a small step, fuels further motivation. Your capacity for persistence grows stronger, and your results start to reflect the steady effort you've invested. Consistency also creates a rhythm in your life, one that fosters a sense of control and direction. When you make the choice to be consistent, you begin to eliminate the noise of distractions and procrastination. Your energy is focused on what truly matters, and your actions reflect a deeper commitment to the life you are creating. The small actions, done consistently, weave the fabric of your future success, creating a life of purpose and fulfillment. Over time, you will begin to see that the efforts that once seemed trivial are now the building blocks of something much greater. You will look back and realize that the compound effect of your daily choices has transformed your life in ways you never imagined. The key to achieving extraordinary success is not in some far-off breakthrough moment, but in the quiet, everyday decisions that move you ever closer to your dreams. It is in showing up day after day, in doing the work even when it's hard, and in trusting that eventually the sum of your efforts will create a life of remarkable achievement. Chapter 8. Handling Obstacles with Purposeful Persistence. Life, with its twists and turns, is not without its obstacles. The path to success is often strewn with roadblocks, some minor and others that seem insurmountable. Yet, it is not these obstacles that define our journey, but how we face them. True progress is marked not by the absence of difficulty, but by the relentless persistence to move forward despite adversity. In the face of challenges, it is crucial to tap into a deeper purpose, to keep your focus locked on the end goal, and to refuse to be derailed by temporary setbacks. Persistence is not about simply enduring hardships. It is about using them as a source of strength. Every obstacle encountered holds the potential for growth, each setback an opportunity for refinement. It is the constant and purposeful push against resistance that leads to transformation. When you find yourself confronted with difficulties, remember that those moments can serve as vital lessons, teaching you what works, what doesn't, and how you can adapt to achieve the desired result. A critical factor in handling obstacles with purpose is maintaining perspective. The natural tendency when facing a setback is to focus on what went wrong, but true resilience comes from looking at the broader picture. Instead of dwelling on the immediate challenge, shift your focus to the larger vision you are working toward. Remind yourself why you started the journey in the first place. The more aligned you are with your deeper purpose, the more easily you can see beyond the obstacle and stay committed to the vision that inspired you. Obstacles, whether internal or external, have the potential to push you beyond your comfort zones, forcing you to tap into untapped reserves of creativity, strength, and resilience. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you build a stronger foundation for future success. These challenges become the proving grounds for your character, testing your resolve and refining your abilities. They force you to grow in ways you might not have anticipated. The truth is, obstacles are not barriers. They are stepping stones on your path to mastery. Purposeful persistence also requires flexibility. Often we imagine our journey to success as a straight line, but life rarely operates on such a simple trajectory. To persist with purpose means to embrace change and adjust your approach without losing sight of your end goal. Sometimes, the initial path you thought was the right one will have to shift. The key is to be agile, recalibrate when needed, but always stay committed to moving forward. There will be moments when it feels as if you are running against the wind, and the challenges before you seem too overwhelming to bear. During these times, resilience is not a passive response, but an active choice. It requires you to dig deep, lean into your determination, and continue to take action despite feeling like progress is slow or non-existent. It is in these moments that your persistence will be tested, and it is your ability to keep moving forward that will distinguish you from those who give up. Equally important is knowing when to ask for help. No journey is completed in isolation, and sometimes the support of others is the catalyst for overcoming obstacles. The strength to persist is often nurtured by the encouragement of others, whether through mentorship, collaboration, or simply the exchange of ideas. Recognizing when you need support and seeking it out is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of strategic persistence. While persistence is about continuous effort, it is also about maintaining a mindset that understands setbacks are not failures, but part of the process. There is no such thing as a smooth journey, and even the most successful individuals have encountered their fair share of obstacles. They are often the ones who have learned to navigate adversity with grace and perseverance, who see every challenge as another opportunity to grow stronger and more capable. As you continue your path, there will be times when it seems like everything is working against you. But remember, the toughest moments often precede the greatest breakthroughs. The obstacles are not there to stop you, but to prepare you for what is to come. When you can learn to approach these challenges with a calm and determined mindset, you will see them for what they truly are: opportunities to refine your character, sharpen your skills, and prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving greatness. The most successful people aren't those who avoid challenges. They are those who face them head-on, who learn from each setback, and who keep pressing forward with a sense of purpose and drive that cannot be extinguished. They know that obstacles are part of the journey, and they embrace them as necessary tests on the path to success. Purposeful persistence is the key to not only overcoming these obstacles, but to using them as a catalyst for reaching new heights. Chapter 9. The Art of Adjusting Along the Way. When embarking on any journey of transformation, the road is rarely straight or predictable. Life's unpredictability is one of its most defining aspects. Even the clearest plans and most carefully crafted strategies often face disruptions. But it is not these disruptions that define us, it is how we respond to them. The art of adjusting is less about expecting the unexpected and more about being prepared to recalibrate when things veer off track. The ability to stay fluid, to shift direction when necessary, and to make course corrections with clarity and purpose is what ultimately determines success. In the face of setbacks, many are tempted to cling to the original plan. There is a comfort in consistency and a desire to see the vision through as initially conceived. However, an unwavering commitment to a single course of action can sometimes lead to frustration or even failure. The most successful individuals understand that rigidity can be a trap. The real strength lies in the willingness to be flexible and adjust when circumstances demand it. In fact, the more willing you are to recalibrate your course, the more empowered you will be to navigate through challenges and unexpected changes. Adjusting along the way doesn't mean abandoning your vision, but rather allowing it to evolve. The destination may remain the same, but the path to get there might require some rethinking. Sometimes, a setback or an unforeseen obstacle presents a better route, one that could lead to new opportunities or deeper personal growth. The key is to stay alert to these signs and to trust that the process of recalibration is as valuable as the original plan. Rather than viewing adjustments as signs of failure, those who succeed understand them as opportunities to refine their approach. They embrace the discomfort of change and the uncertainty of the unknown, knowing that these are the conditions in which true innovation and progress are born. When you approach challenges with the mindset of continual growth, it becomes easier to see changes as necessary steps on your journey rather than as disruptions. In life, the greatest achievements often come not from following a preordained path, but from being willing to modify your approach as you go. The process of adjusting is as much about self-awareness as it is about external factors. If you're not in tune with your own progress, desires, and limitations, you might find yourself pushing forward with little momentum, despite your best efforts. It's important to check in with yourself regularly, reflect on what's working, what's not, and what needs to shift to keep moving forward in the most effective and fulfilling way. The art of adjusting also involves being open to feedback, both from others and from your own experiences. Constructive feedback is one of the most valuable tools for recalibration. Listening to others' perspectives can provide insight into blind spots, guiding you to adjust when necessary. Similarly, your personal experiences along the journey serve as a form of internal feedback. When something feels off or isn't yielding the desired results, it's a signal that perhaps a change in approach is required. Trusting this inner guidance helps maintain momentum in times of uncertainty. Another key to effective adjustment is timing. Knowing when to change direction and when to stay the course is a fine balance. Premature adjustments can lead to unnecessary distractions, while resisting change in the face of undeniable evidence can cause stagnation. Developing the skill to recognize the right moments for recalibration requires a deep connection to your goals and an understanding of the broader vision. In moments of doubt or challenge, it's essential to pause, assess the situation, and make decisions from a place of clarity rather than urgency. The ability to adjust along the way also brings a sense of liberation. When you remove the pressure of having to follow a fixed script, you create the space to explore, innovate, and embrace new opportunities that arise unexpectedly. The most successful individuals in any field are often those who are willing to pivot, to try something different, and to continuously reinvent themselves in pursuit of growth. Whether it's adjusting your strategy, redefining your goals, or embracing a new approach to a challenge, this fluidity enables you to stay aligned with your purpose while adapting to the changing landscape. When obstacles arise, adjusting allows you to turn adversity into advantage. Setbacks that might seem like dead ends at first can reveal new avenues when approached with flexibility. These changes are not signs of failure, but of resilience and creativity. Your ability to embrace this process will not only help you stay on track, but will also deepen your sense of ownership and control over your journey. The greatest success stories are filled with detours, unexpected turns, and bold shifts in direction. These are the moments when true growth happens, not when things go as planned, but when we learn to trust ourselves and the journey enough to adjust our course. In the end, the art of adjusting is less about controlling every step of the way and more about staying open to the path that unfolds before you. Through this openness, you become a creator of your destiny, not just a follower of a fixed plan. Chapter 10. The Role of Accountability in Your Journey. The path to achieving meaningful success is rarely solitary. While the inner drive to accomplish goals is important, true growth and sustained progress often come from the strength of the relationships we build along the way. Accountability, when embraced properly, acts as both a catalyst and a safeguard. It provides the structure to guide our efforts, the encouragement to keep pushing, and the tough feedback necessary to correct course when needed. It is the invisible hand that keeps us aligned with our purpose, ensuring that we stay on track, even when the road gets challenging or unclear. Being accountable does not mean simply reporting your progress to someone else. It is about building connections with people who care about your success as much as you do. These are the individuals who help you recognize your blind spots, point out areas for improvement, and encourage you when your motivation falters. They become a mirror through which you see not only your progress, but also your potential. This dynamic is essential, especially when the initial excitement of a new goal begins to wane and the everyday grind sets in. Engagement with others creates a shared sense of purpose, whether through a formal mentor-mentee relationship or more informal partnerships. The presence of someone who is invested in your progress instills a sense of urgency and responsibility. When you know that someone is waiting for updates, offering advice, or simply checking in, you are more likely to stay committed and proactive. Accountability to others also fosters a healthy sense of competition. It can spark a drive to perform at your best when you see those around you working hard toward their own goals. Feedback, especially when it challenges your assumptions or exposes weaknesses, plays an integral role in personal development. Without a feedback loop, we can easily become blind to areas where we need to improve. Criticism, when offered constructively, is a tool for refinement. When you hold yourself accountable to others, you invite the opportunity for this feedback to flow freely without hesitation. This gives you the chance to adjust your methods and rethink strategies before they lead to failure. It is important, however, to embrace feedback as a gift, an opportunity for growth, rather than as a reflection of inadequacy. Constructive feedback creates the space for you to reach higher levels of performance. Moreover, the act of sharing your journey with others adds a layer of transparency that keeps your actions aligned with your values. When you voice your aspirations to someone who genuinely listens, it brings clarity to your intentions. The more you vocalize your goals and share your plans, the more you deepen your commitment to them. Having others aware of your commitments ensures that you're not merely dreaming. You are actively pursuing your vision with the understanding that someone else knows the path you're on. It holds you accountable to your word, making you more likely to follow through with what you've promised yourself and others. Accountability can also act as a powerful motivator when the inevitable setbacks arise. There are times when the progress stalls, when motivation dips, or when obstacles seem insurmountable. During these moments, having a support network can prevent stagnation. The simple act of knowing that someone else is rooting for you can be the encouragement needed to keep moving forward. Their belief in your ability can reignite your own, pushing you to persevere even when doubt begins to creep in. This is why building a reliable system of accountability is essential, not just to avoid failure, but to maintain the tenacity to keep moving toward your goal. Beyond just seeking accountability, becoming accountable to others is a powerful aspect of this dynamic. When you hold someone else accountable for their goals or progress, you strengthen your own commitment. The relationship becomes reciprocal, where both parties are continually lifting each other up. This exchange fosters a deeper sense of responsibility and connection, making the pursuit of your goals a shared, communal endeavor rather than an isolated one. It is easy to become lost in the chaos of daily life, distracted by numerous obligations and competing priorities. Without a system of accountability, it's easy to push our goals to the back burner or allow distractions to sidetrack us. However, by intentionally involving others in our journey, we create a framework that ensures we stay grounded in our purpose. The act of reporting progress, seeking guidance, and inviting feedback provides the clarity and focus necessary to cut through the noise. Accountability gives your actions more weight, turning intentions into reality by holding you to your highest standards. In relationships where accountability is truly embraced, there is a deep sense of trust. The people you engage with in this process become more than just advisors or cheerleaders. They become partners in your success. They push you when you need it, but they also support you when the path becomes difficult, showing the depth of their belief in your capabilities. This trust is crucial. It builds the confidence to take risks, make changes, and push beyond your current limitations. Ultimately, accountability is about creating an environment where your dreams, actions, and results converge. It is not about forcing yourself into rigid structures or blindly adhering to rules. It is about creating connections that empower you to be your best self. By surrounding yourself with those who hold you accountable, you ensure that your journey is not just about achieving goals, but also about becoming the person capable of achieving them. Through these relationships, you gain the courage to continue when the going gets tough and the clarity to know when it's time to adjust course. Chapter 11. Celebrating Progress. Recognizing Achievements along the journey. Every significant journey, whether personal or professional, is paved with milestones. Those key moments when we push past a limitation, achieve a goal, or make an important realization. Yet, it is often easy to overlook these achievements when the focus is entirely on the next step. The quest for the final destination can sometimes overshadow the importance of recognizing the progress made along the way. Celebrating these achievements, however small they may seem, is crucial to sustaining momentum, reinforcing commitment, and continuing the pursuit of our larger aspirations. The act of celebrating progress is not about resting on laurels or becoming complacent. It is about acknowledging effort and progress, however incremental, and allowing that recognition to fuel further growth. Each achievement, no matter how minor it may feel in the moment, represents a step forward in your personal evolution and success. These milestones are the proof that your actions, however humble or simple, are adding up. They are affirmations of your determination, resilience, and dedication, and should be appreciated as such. By honoring these smaller victories, you cultivate a mindset of positive reinforcement. It's easy to fall into the trap of only feeling satisfied once the ultimate goal is reached. Yet, the truth is that the pursuit of excellence is a continuous, evolving process, not a single moment of arrival. Every step, no matter how small, builds upon the last, compounding in ways that are often invisible at first, but will later reveal their significance. Recognizing and celebrating these incremental victories ensures that you do not lose sight of your progress, especially when the destination still seems far away. It helps maintain a sense of accomplishment and reinforces the belief that you are on the right path. Celebrating progress also encourages a mindset shift, away from perfectionism and toward a deeper appreciation of the process itself. So often, perfectionism can become a barrier to celebrating success. There is a tendency to discount achievements by thinking, "It's not enough," or "I still have so far to go." Yet this type of thinking can be exhausting, leading to burnout or a sense of dissatisfaction even when things are going well. By celebrating what you've already achieved, you validate the effort you've put in, which in turn makes the journey itself feel more meaningful. The recognition of progress also allows you to reflect on how far you've come, bringing clarity and perspective to the challenges you are still facing. It helps you realize that the barriers you are encountering today are not insurmountable because you have already surpassed challenges that seemed impossible in the past. Each victory, no matter how small, becomes a reminder that you are capable of overcoming obstacles and continuing forward, even when the journey gets tough. It keeps your sense of resilience alive and reminds you that success is not a straight path, but rather a winding road with unexpected turns and hurdles. It is also important to celebrate progress in ways that are meaningful to you. The celebration doesn't have to be extravagant or public. It simply needs to be something that reinforces your commitment to the process. Whether it's taking a moment of quiet reflection, sharing your success with a trusted friend or mentor, or treating yourself to something that brings you joy, these acts of acknowledgement foster a sense of gratitude and satisfaction. They serve as a reminder that your efforts matter and that you deserve to acknowledge the hard work that goes into each step forward. Moreover, celebrating progress also enhances your confidence. By consistently recognizing how far you've come, you build a solid foundation of self-belief. Each achievement, no matter how small, is evidence of your growing abilities. This can provide the confidence needed to take on the next challenge with more courage and determination. It also creates a powerful feedback loop. The more you recognize and celebrate your progress, the more motivated you become to continue working toward the next milestone. While the journey itself is what matters most, there is immense value in taking moments to appreciate the progress made. It is easy to get trapped in the narrative of always pushing forward, constantly seeking the next challenge. But it is in recognizing how far you have come that you gain the strength to tackle what lies ahead. Each celebration is a reaffirmation of the growth you've experienced and the potential that lies within you to continue evolving. These small moments of recognition create a wellspring of motivation, reminding you that every step forward is a victory in itself. Ultimately, celebrating progress is not just about reaching milestones, it is about enjoying the journey. The more you acknowledge the wins, big or small, the more connected you become to the deeper purpose behind your goals. You begin to see that success is not only about achieving the end result, but also about appreciating the continuous growth and transformation that happens along the way. This shift in perspective allows you to remain inspired, energized, and focused as you continue to strive toward greater achievements, knowing that each step forward is a testament to your persistence and dedication. Chapter 12. Transcending Limits: What You Can Achieve by Taking Action. The boundaries that many believe define them are often self-imposed, drawn from past experiences, doubts, and societal expectations. They are not actual barriers, but perceptions, limits that we think are too great to overcome, obstacles that seem too immense to challenge. Yet, there is an undeniable truth. Your true potential lies far beyond these self-defined limits. The ability to transcend those boundaries and reach for something greater resides within each action you take, no matter how small or insignificant it may appear at first. To unlock your full potential is to act, to move despite the uncertainty, the fear, and the countless reasons to hold back. Potential remains dormant without the energy of movement, without the drive to see possibilities manifest into realities. The key to achieving greatness doesn't lie in waiting for perfect conditions or in the dream of an ideal tomorrow. It exists in the act of moving toward the vision you hold, in transforming intentions into concrete steps. In the process of taking action, the first crucial step is the courage to take the leap. Often, the most profound changes in life come when we step into the unknown, when we choose to act in spite of not knowing the exact outcome. The beginning of any great achievement requires an embrace of uncertainty, because in that uncertainty lies the possibility for growth, for learning, and for transforming your dreams into tangible success. The hesitation that many experience when faced with the unfamiliar is merely a mental block, a projection of fear about what might go wrong. But each time you push past that fear, you discover that what seemed impossible is, in fact, achievable. Every moment you delay action is a moment wasted in doubt, a moment where you let potential slip further away. But by taking deliberate steps forward, you break free from the cycle of indecision. Action is the bridge between thought and result. While planning and strategizing are necessary to lay the groundwork, nothing compares to the real-world impact of putting those plans into motion. Only through consistent, purposeful action can you move closer to realizing your full potential. Once you start moving, you begin to experience growth in ways you might never have imagined. As each action compounds upon the previous one, momentum builds. What starts as a small step eventually propels you toward a breakthrough. The more you engage in purposeful movement, the clearer your path becomes, revealing opportunities and insights that would have remained hidden if you stayed stagnant. The simple act of doing creates a shift in energy, pulling you out of the realm of potential and into the realm of possibility. There is power in consistency. The greatest achievements are rarely the result of single, monumental efforts. Instead, they are the culmination of countless small actions, taken regularly over time, that align with a greater purpose. When you commit to consistent action, you not only develop momentum but also a deepening understanding of your own capabilities. You come to know yourself better, the way you approach challenges, how you deal with setbacks, and how you learn from each experience. In this journey, setbacks are inevitable, but they do not define your potential or your trajectory. They are the tests of resilience, the moments when your determination is measured. Every challenge you face offers a lesson in perseverance, and each moment you choose to push through strengthens your resolve. When you transcend the idea of limits, setbacks become less daunting. They shift from roadblocks to stepping stones as you begin to understand that the path to success is never linear. The ability to bounce back, adapt, and refocus your energy is what separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. Greatness doesn't emerge from a single action, but from a collection of efforts, trials, and reflections that accumulate over time. As you take action, not just once but repeatedly, you step into a cycle of continual growth. The action you take might not always feel momentous, but when compounded over time, the results are profound. The progress you make each day, each week, each month, shapes your future in ways that are often invisible in the moment, but incredibly impactful when viewed in retrospect. Transcending limits also involves expanding your perspective. As you grow through your actions, you begin to see the world and yourself differently. You start to understand that the constraints you once believed were real are merely illusions built upon past fears and doubts. You are capable of far more than you imagined, and every step you take unlocks a new level of possibility. The more you take action, the more you realize that limits exist only in the mind, and the only true boundary is the one you set for yourself. By aligning your actions with your vision, you not only unlock the potential within, but also create an impact on the world around you. Each action has a ripple effect, influencing others, creating connections, and contributing to the larger fabric of life. It's not just about your own success, it's about the energy you create and the legacy you leave behind. When you choose to act, you become a catalyst for change, not only in your own life, but also in the lives of others. The most extraordinary achievements in history were not the result of inaction or waiting for the perfect moment. They were the product of individuals who refused to accept limitations, who chose to take bold actions despite the odds. When you act with purpose and clarity, you tap into your deepest potential, breaking through barriers and achieving greatness beyond what you initially thought possible. The journey from limitation to liberation is one of consistent, deliberate action, and in every step you take, you move closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Chapter 13. Leaving a lasting impact through focused effort. Every action you take, no matter how small it may seem in the moment, contributes to the legacy you leave behind. It's not the loudest moments of success that echo through time, but the quiet consistency of focused effort, day after day, that builds a life worth remembering. True impact isn't shaped in fleeting moments of grandiosity, but in the persistent, purposeful steps that are taken with intention and dedication. When you commit to such focused action, your work becomes a reflection of your values, your purpose, and the mark you wish to leave on the world. The foundation of any lasting impact is consistency. The process of doing meaningful work regularly may not seem revolutionary on its own, but over time, it compounds into something far greater than the sum of its parts. Every day that you show up, even when faced with obstacles or distractions, you strengthen the thread that connects your actions to your greater vision. Success is often mistakenly associated with bursts of inspiration or extraordinary feats, but true legacy is built through the daily, mundane, and yet indispensable efforts that align with your core purpose. This type of effort requires clarity. To leave a legacy, you must first understand what it is that drives you, what you value, and what you ultimately want to accomplish in this lifetime. The direction you choose today determines the story that will be told about you tomorrow. The key lies not in pursuing every opportunity that comes your way, but in aligning your focus on those efforts that resonate deeply with your vision. It's easy to get lost in the noise of what others expect or what seems urgent at the moment, but the real work happens when you choose to be intentional about your path and remain unwavering in your commitment. As you continue to move forward with purpose, your impact begins to ripple outward. The efforts you make to improve yourself, to build the life you envision, extend beyond your personal gain. They affect the people around you, inspiring them to take their own purposeful actions. A person who is steadfast in their dedication to their goals becomes a source of inspiration to others, not by preaching, but by living with integrity, consistency, and clarity. Your life becomes a model of what is possible when you commit fully to a vision and take the necessary steps to see it through. Through these daily efforts, you create a network of influence that spreads far beyond your immediate reach. The decisions you make today have the power to shape tomorrow's world. Every action, every choice, carries the potential to touch others, to make a difference in their lives, and to inspire them to take action themselves. While the world may seem large, your focus and consistent efforts create an ever-widening circle of influence. It starts with a single step, but that step, when repeated with purpose, can spark a movement that impacts lives for generations to come. In leaving a lasting impact, it is essential to understand that your actions don't exist in a vacuum. The work you do and the way you live influences the larger community and the world at large. Even the smallest, most routine actions contribute to shaping the world in profound ways. Whether you are an entrepreneur, an artist, a teacher, or a parent, the choices you make today have a ripple effect. The legacy you leave is less about grand gestures and more about the continuous stream of effort you put forth and the way you show up each day for what matters most to you. The lasting impact also comes from the resilience and dedication you exhibit in the face of adversity. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but your response to them is what defines your journey. A legacy is not measured by how many times you succeed, but by how often you rise when you fall. The greatest contributions come not from avoiding failure, but from the courage to press on, to learn from missteps, and to keep moving forward, undeterred by the obstacles that inevitably arise. What you create, whether it's through your work, your relationships, or your contributions to society, is a direct result of your focus and your unwavering effort to follow through on your commitments. These actions, when repeated consistently and with intention, become the foundation upon which your legacy is built. And just as a single drop of water creates ripples on the surface of a pond, your work spreads outwards, reaching those you may never meet, affecting lives in ways you can't always see, but will nonetheless leave an indelible imprint. Leaving a legacy is not about achieving fame or recognition. It is about creating something meaningful that lasts beyond your lifetime, a body of work, a set of values, or an impact on others that outlives you. It's the influence you have on others' lives, the ways in which your actions inspire others to take their own purposeful steps forward. When your efforts are focused and aligned with your deepest purpose, you not only build the life you want, but also lay the groundwork for others to follow in your footsteps, continuing the ripple of impact long after you've moved on. Conclusion. The journey to mastering purposeful action is not one of perfection, but of perseverance. It is the ongoing commitment to taking consistent steps, even when the path ahead is unclear or the challenges seem insurmountable. As you move forward, you will encounter setbacks and moments of doubt, but it is through these moments that you build the resilience necessary to achieve greatness. Every choice you make, each decision driven by intent, adds another layer to the foundation of the life you are constructing. Purposeful action is about embracing the journey itself, not just the destination. It's about cultivating a mindset that seeks growth through every experience, whether it is a success or a failure. Your journey isn't just about what you accomplish. It's about who you become along the way. It's about the person you evolve into when you face obstacles with determination and when you continue to press forward with unwavering faith in your vision. Throughout this process, remember that your impact will extend far beyond your immediate circle. The small, intentional steps you take today are the building blocks of the future, not just for you, but for those who will follow in your footsteps. Your legacy is created in the choices you make, the way you carry yourself through challenges, and the authenticity with which you pursue your goals. In the end, purposeful action is about creating a life that aligns with your deepest values and vision. It's about moving beyond the distractions and pressures that often steer us off course, and instead living with clarity, focus, and an unshakable commitment to your own path. When you lead with purpose, you empower yourself and others to break through limits and create a life filled with meaning and impact. So, as you step into the next phase of your journey, carry with you the knowledge that every action you take is a reflection of your inner resolve. Your purpose, your vision, and your commitment to continual growth are the forces that will guide you toward lasting fulfillment and success. Stay true to your path, remain focused on your goals, and remember, what you do today shapes the life you lead tomorrow. Keep moving forward with intention and let your actions leave a legacy that will endure for generations to come.